everyone, it is your favorite kind of punch, Mr. Falcon Punch 996, the underrated king, the recommendation master, and of course YouTube's #1 Dorohedoro fanboy, back bringing you guys another new video. And today's video is going to be my first pickups video of the year 2014, so let's see what I got. And first off, I got Detroit Middle City Volume 6. Another great and hilarious volume of Detroit Middle City. I love this cover. It's freaking beast. It's badass. Krauser looks like he's about to rape something, which, it's Krauser, so it makes sense because, Krauser just rapes everything, which is kind of funny because he actually doesn't rape anything in this volume, but he does have this one, like, just super awesome, epic, and hilarious scene, which I'm going to show you right here. And that is this scene right here, because this scene was absolutely hilarious. Like, I rolled off my chair when I first saw it. And, yeah, like right here, he's just reciting Pi. And the reason why it's so funny is because, he was, singing this song, and it was a really long song. Like, earlier on in this volume, you saw him, he was just writing this huge song. Like, the lyrics were just huge. Like, it practically, like, filled up a book. So he's already singing the song, and out of nowhere, he just breaks out and just recites Pi, just like out of nowhere, and then just goes back to a song, just showing off his memory. And it was absolutely hilarious. One of my favorite scenes in this volume. I mean, there's some other really funny scenes in this volume, but that to me stood out the most. And also, we got to learn a little bit more about the past of the manager of Detroit Middle City. We got to learn her past and everything. But yeah, it was a funny, interesting volume, Detroit Middle City. Once again, Krauser is a fucking beast. I mean, look at this guy. Will rape you in your nightmares, man. And next up is Hyper Police Volume 1. This series I've never really checked out before. I mean, I read a little bit about it online, and yeah, it got me curious, and I saw it in my manga store, so I just bought it on a whim. And as you can see by this bookmark right here, I'm still reading it, and it's pretty good so far. The art is a little rough, but once you get past that, it's a pretty funny series. It basically takes place in a world where humans are going extinct, and these monsters come out and they start living their lives on Earth. And of course, these monsters, they need to have a police force, and it kind of follows the adventures of this police cat girl right here and her new partner, who wants to take her energy powers so she could grow out her 9th tail. Because she's a 9-tailed fox, but for some reason she cannot grow out her 9th tail, so she only has 8 tails. So she needs her magical energy to get her 9th tail. And basically, so far, that is what I could gather from the story of the series. And it's pretty good. It's funny. It's got some action and a little bit of ecchi. So all that combined makes a good series for me. And if the series continues on being good, I'll maybe do a recommendation for it in the future. Who knows? We'll see. But, so far it has a good start. Just, I hope the art gets better since, it's a little rough around the edges. And that is actually all the manga I bought for this month, since I actually buy a lot of comics. And we're going to start off with the first comic, and that is Shinku, which is sort of like a manga in a way, like the way the art and everything is, but it's a pretty badass comic. Haven't finished it yet, but it's like this vampire samurai manga. It's super awesome, lots of blood, vampire action, some nudity, just really intense, crazy, awesome stuff. And of course, Image Comics. Yes, freaking love Image Comics, because like so far these guys doing an amazing job. Once I finish this comic, I might do a recommendation because it's freaking badass. Go buy it, whether or not you're a comic fan or not. Like, if you're a manga fan, you should totally buy this comic. It has that kind of like manga flair to it, but it's really awesome. If you love vampires, if you love samurai, if you like good art, since the series has really awesome art, it's just awesome. Also, if you just love gore, because the series is pretty damn gory, and the main character, Shinku, she's badass, really badass. And yeah, just an overall good time. So yeah, if you get the chance, pick up this comic. Hopefully Volume 2 comes out. Looking online, there was no news for Volume 2, and this comic came out like 2 years ago. So yeah, I don't know what's up with that, but hopefully I see Volume 2 sometime in the future. I mean, I haven't finished it yet. Maybe this is just like a 1-volume series, but I don't know. It kind of seems like something that'll span a couple volumes. But anyways, we're going to be moving on to the Deadpool Classic Series Volume 3. A while back, my friends bought me Volume 1 and 2 for my birthday, so, I decided to get Volume 3 for myself. And, the Deadpool's awesome. The Deadpool Classic, that's how you start off Deadpool, just in case any of you guys are wondering out there. I mean, Deadpool Volume 1 starts off with a rough kind of start because a lot of things are confusing, but once you get to where Joe Kelly starts taking over Deadpool, which is toward the end of Volume 1, that's when Deadpool really starts getting good. And from what I've heard, Joe Kelly really understood who Deadpool was. You know, he proved that Deadpool's not just a psychopath. Yes, he is a psychopath at times, but, you know, there's also a human side to him, and, you know, Joe Kelly kind of explores that within his comics. But, you know, Deadpool still is crazy, gets into a lot of crazy stuff. I mean, right here, it's super hilarious. In this comic, Deadpool actually gets sucked into a 1960s Spider-Man comic. So that's absolutely hilarious right there. You know, like, Deadpool just gets into the craziest stuff. Plus, at the end of the comic, you actually get the original 1960s comic of Spider-Man, so that's pretty cool. But, you know, Deadpool's awesome, you know, funny, badass, outrageous, outlandish, and just overall awesome epicness. So yeah, can't wait to pick up the rest of the Deadpool Classic series, as well as, you know, eventually progress to the other Deadpool series out there, since, you know, I've just been hearing so much good news about Deadpool, and, you know, just can't wait to get everything else for this character, since he's just awesome. Next up, I got another comic, Quantum and Woody. This is my first comic from Valiant Comics, and it's pretty good. I forgot who recommended this to me. They recommended it, you know, a while back. I forgot who it was. If you're watching this video, you know, comment below and let me know so I could properly thank you. But it's a pretty cool series. It's you know, the world's worst superhero team. It's about these two brothers, and you know, they get superpowers one day, and, you know, shit happens. And I haven't gotten that far in the book yet since I'm still reading it, but I think they fight crime with a goat. I'm not sure. If they do fight crime with a goat, then I love these guys because that's just epic. But even if they don't, they're pretty cool so far. Pretty funny comic. You know, Woody's the kind of funny, loose one, and Quantum is the more kind of like serious one. But yeah, it's a funny comic. You know, definitely check it out. It was a pretty cheap too for a comic. The price was pretty cheap. So yeah, you know, get into this series. Can't wait for Volume 2. Almost done with Volume 1, but it's pretty good. And next up, once again, another Image comic, and I bought this because I heard it's pretty damn good, and that is East of West Volume 1. And yeah, the cover, you know, that's pretty beast. It kind of has that like gritty western kind of vibe to it. And, you know, I've been reading it. It's pretty good. A bit confusing at times, but it's kind of like this awesome sci-fi fantasy mixed with western and steampunk, and, you know, centered around like the four horsemen of the apocalypse. So, you know, all that mixed together in one series, you know, that's pretty damn beast. And, you know, again, it's Image Comics, okay? And I know it sounds like I'm dick riding them, but they just have really good comics. Like, I'm not lying. Like, practically everything I've bought for them I've liked. Like, I haven't ever regretted ever buying anything from them. So, you know, that's a good thing. And they just have so many interesting titles. Like, you could just get lost with all their awesome works they have under their belt. But yeah, East of West, pretty cool so far. Also on working on finishing up, but I should be finished soon. But yeah, East of West Volume 1. Can't wait to get Volume 2, which I think comes out sometime soon. I'm not sure yet. That's pretty much all the comics I got for this month, and, you know, now I'm going to show you guys the games I got. And the next game I'm going to show you guys is a game that, you know, made me happy to own a 3DS, and that is none other than Pokemon Y. Now, before I bought this game, I hadn't played a Pokemon game since like Pokemon Pearl, and, you know, that was a while back. So, you know, picking this up, buying it for my 3DS, you know, seeing the new and improved graphics, and, you know, being able to customize your Pokemon and Mega Evolutions was absolutely crazy. It was awesome. It was epic. It was an orgasm. And yeah, just Pokemon for the win. You know, Pokemon's one of those things where once you're a fan, you're always a fan. You know, it just never leaves you. And oh yeah, the chip's not in there. Actually, it's right here because I was playing it. But yeah, Pokemon Y. You know, I just got my, like, I think 5th or 6th gym badge. The gym leaders are pretty easy. Like, the game's pretty easy, but it's super fun, super addictive. My starter Pokemon's a beast. I named him Kinshiro. He was the grass type. I forgot what they were called, but, you know, I named him Kinshiro since, you know, he seemed like a beast. And speaking of Kinshiro, it's actually time to move on to the last thing I got for this month, as well as the second game I bought for this month, and that is Fist of the North Star Kin's Rage 1. So, yeah, as you can see, I got this game used. It's pretty cheap, and yeah, you know, I like Fist of the North Star, so I decided to buy the game since sadly I cannot buy the manga. So in a way, it's the first thing I have that I own that is Fist of the North Star related. But yeah, it's pretty cool in a way. The game's sadly a bit disappointing in my opinion. You know, it was like pretty cool, but the way the guys explode wasn't really how I expected. And the game was like, it's an okay game, but at the same time, you know, I like it because, you know, it's that Fist of the North Star manliness, you know? Because, you know, Fist of the North Star, it's its own brand of freaking manliness. Like, you don't get manlier than Fist of the North Star. I mean, there's probably one series, but I'll talk about that series later on. But yeah, Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of this pickups video. I know it's probably not my most biggest pickups video since, you know, lately I've been buying a lot of stuff, but next month I should have quite a few things, and actually a couple weeks you might actually get another pickups video since I'm actually going on vacation this Saturday. I'm going to be gone for like a week on Saturday. I'm going back to Thailand once again because, you know, me and my family, we just love Thailand, so I'm going back to Thailand. You know, I'm going to buy some souvenirs, and, you know, you guys will see what I got from Thailand. And yeah, that'll be the second pickups video of the month. But yeah, that is the end of this video. Once again, I am Mr.FalconPunch 996. Like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't done any of that yet, I will Falcon punch you in the face, so you better do it. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.